Hey guys, Angel here, and today we're revisiting the Instant Pot. Now, if you've seen my pho video, that was more of like a first impression. And I really wanted to see what this baby could really do. So, the Instant Pot actually came with this recipe book. And you can see there's all these really delicious looking recipes. And there is one recipe in particular that really intrigued me, and let me see if I could find it for you guys. And it's the New England clam chowder, and get this. Prep time 15 minutes, pressure cook time 5 minutes. What? So, we're gonna see if I could actually make clam chowder in 5 minutes. That's insane. So let's go. Let's make some 5-minute clam chowder, shall we? So first, for this recipe, you're gonna need some clams. I have some raw chopped sea clams. I found this in the frozen section at Whole Foods, and I just defrosted it. I have some milk and some cream. I have 2 cups of clam juice. This is pure all-natural clam juice. I have 2 potatoes, 1 onion, some really good butter. This is my favorite butter. If you guys haven't tried it, so rich and delicious. Of course, you're gonna need some bacon. And for the herbs, I got some thyme, I got some bay leaves, and finally, a tablespoon of flour and some white wine. I should save this for the recipe. So yeah, so basically this recipe will showcase a couple of the features of the Instant Pot. So we're gonna be using the saute feature and then the pressure cook feature. And I'm very interested in the saute to see if it really gets hot enough, so I'm so excited. So everything's prepped, cubed, and portioned out. And I have the bacon over there. Let's get cooking. Okay, so we're ready to roll. It took, literally, it really did take 15 minutes to prep. So we're gonna be using the saute function. So we're gonna press right here, saute. And we want it at less mode, so it'll say less. And then we're gonna add the bacon right now. Put you guys here. So it says while it's still cold, we just add the bacon to it, just like that. Okay, so now that the bacon is starting to sizzle, and you can see that it's beginning to render the fat, it says to add onions. So we're gonna add the onions. Okay. And then it also said to add the pepper. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt. So now that the onions have softened up, you can see that it's slowly softened up. You wanna add your wine. And you wanna cook this until it reduces. And while that's reducing, simultaneously, I have our butter and flour melting, and basically I'm creating a roux, and this roux is going to be added at the very end of the process. Whoa. Okay, so now that majority of the liquid has evaporated, we're going to add our diced potatoes. I'm going to mix them up and then incorporate our clam juice. Thyme and our bay leaf. Okay, now we're gonna close it. Close it, and we're gonna select pressure cook. Oh, we also have to make sure that this is on sealing. We'll press pressure cook. Pressure cook. And adjust to set for 5 minutes. And we're gonna let it go. See you in 5 minutes. So you want to do a quick release. It's all done. So So basically the instructions say to do a quick release, which means press cancel and then let the steam go. Ooh. We don't want to eat the leaves. Alright. Now it says to put it back on the saute. I kind of want to move it around a bit. From here, we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. So I'm going to add the raw clams first to get them cooking. Clams don't need a lot of time. I think that's why I didn't initially put them in the pressure cook center of it. So I'm just going to add, I kind of want to just add some of that juice too. Get all that clam meat, yum! And it says only 300 grams of clam meat. I mean, it won't hurt to add all of it. This is 400 grams. It wouldn't make much of a difference. More clam meat, the better. I mean, it's clam chowder. We're gonna add the roux that we made. I took it off the stove top, and it's equal parts butter and flour, tablespoon each. I'm gonna add it in there. And I just cooked it just maybe for 3-4 solid minutes just to get that flour taste out. So this is gonna thicken this up. Okay, and then we're gonna add our cream and our milk. And we want to simmer this until the soup, or should I say the chowder, thickens. As you could see, I had it simmering for like a few minutes, and it's creamy and thick, but it's not as thick as I would like it. I feel like it was not enough roux or something. So I'm gonna add a slurry to it just to help it thicken up. I mean, if you like it like this, a little bit more soupy, I mean, this is great, but I associate chowders with a little bit more consistency, more viscosity. So a slurry is just equal parts water and cornstarch. So I'm just gonna add it to this mixture, just a little bit, and see where it will take me. So it's all ready. So let's serve us some. I don't know why I'm not in frame. Okay, so let's give this a try. It smells so good. The fact that I made it myself, I was clam chowder. Look at that. Look at all the clams and a delicious meat. Let's give it a try. It smells like when we would go to Half Moon Bay or an SF. It smells so good. Okay, let's give it a try. We got a little bit of everything. Clam, bacon, onions, and potatoes. Oh wow. It's very clammy, but that's what you like. The flavors of the thyme and bay leaves really complement that seafood flavor. And then the cream and the milk really balances and ties it all in. The bacon adds this nice smoky, salty flavor to it. And the potatoes add this nice starchy texture. Now I will have to say, it didn't take 5 minutes to make. Granted, the fact that it took 5 minutes to just pressure cook and an additional 5 minutes just to pull everything all together, 10 minutes in total, that's quite fast. And then include the time that took me to prep, which was about 10 to 15 minutes, you have basically a 30 to 35 minute meal ready. And you could make this in hours ahead. You could put this in the keep warm setting of the Instant Pot, and then when dinner comes around, you could just open up the lid and serve it. It's quite amazing that the pressure cook, the reason why you want it to pressure cook is so that the flavors of that clam juice and the basil and the thyme and the onions and the bacon just make a beautiful melody together. They sing, they mingle, and they develop these flavors of emotion in a bowl. This makes me feel so comfortable, and it makes me feel so warm inside. And I have some sourdough bread. This is delicious. Don't forget to subscribe and like to this video if you like food like, oh, this, or well, just me. If you'd like any more Instant Pot videos, let me know and I'll be happy to do some more. If you haven't seen my pho video, I'll link it down below where I made pho for the first time using an Instant Pot. I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Bye.